humans and future AI overlords. So I started a YouTube channel a few weeks back, and so I thought I'd share an update about how that process is going. So human thinks, okay, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I need a cool name. And I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I talked about it, and I thought more about it. And because for me, this is like such a huge paradigm shift, those words stuck in my brain. So I went out and looked for domains that were available, that were .com domains, and a lot of the cool names were already taken. But Paradigm Shift AI was available, so I picked it up, which is great. Now, I had a conversation with someone where the catchphrase just kind of came to me. And it's the catchphrase, hello humans and future AI overlords. So that just kind of felt tongue-in-cheek and funny and geeky. So I went with that, and then I just thought, okay, let's just start creating content because, that's what you do. Anyway, so I'm winging it big time. I created my first video on my iPhone and captured it with a screen recording. Of course, no audio was in there, so I had to do it again. And it's really embarrassing. I still have it up on the channel. It may eventually come down if I get too embarrassed. But it's sort of a reminder of, hey, this journey started really poorly. And in the current video, you can even hear me walking around. So it's just really sad. And that's just the nature of my winging it sort of experience. I did create a YouTube short from that video, which is cool because I do want to support YouTube Shorts. I think those are awesome. And I'm planning on doing more mobile-based content. But I switched over to the desktop and I started doing the capture process on the desktop. And I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm just figuring it out. I wanted to learn the YouTube process organically. And my goal was to be a little meta and share it, as part of the process. So here I am with my first status video as to the crazy journey of creating, trying to become a YouTube creator. So I'm thinking I just need to capture content. So I'm using the Mac and I'm thinking, okay, I've got an iPhone. That's a great creative tool. I've got a Mac. That's a great creative tool. Like people do magic on those, but they've got like awesome software. They've got knowledge and experience. And I'm just a nerd who's not very creative and doesn't do, I'm in awe of people that can do these amazing things with software. But anyway, I started creating content. And realized pretty quickly, I don't, really have, I have some good things, don't get me wrong. They're okay for your average business meeting, kind of experience with the camera, the audio, the base Mac software, and the hardware is fantastic. The Apple stuff is great. But I just started creating content and uploading it through YouTube Studio. So YouTube Studio is like wow, and sort of like whoa, okay, because it's fantastic. It's actually really easy to upload, but I did not do any training on it whatsoever. Did not even think about that, which just blows my mind. Like I'm normally the kind of person that will look at stuff before I go, but with this, I'm once again winging it. So, but what's great about it is the tool is pretty easy to understand. There's a lot of options, but getting stuff uploaded is okay. So I kind of started just capturing and uploading and repeating, capture, upload, and repeat. I threw in some titles and descriptions and just kind of kept moving forward with the churning some stuff out just to get content. Knowing that, hey, this is not that good, but I'm just trying to figure this out. So it's been a few weeks and I've got single digit subscribers. I've got over 400 views. I don't know how people have found it, to be honest with you. But my duration is so sad. It's like one of those things like people like they get on it and they quickly like off, so clearly it's just not engaging. So that is kind of sad. But so here I am trying to create a channel about AI. And the goal of this is to start at level 0 with AI. And I'm starting at level 0 with, YouTube creator. So again, I'm clearly at level 0 with both of these. So, but I kind of asked myself, why am I not using AI to like help me with this process? And I mean, literally, I was just like, duh, dude, what is going on? Anyway, so I go into ChatGPT and I say, I want to create a YouTube channel. What do I need to make it successful? And of course, ChatGPT has got very clear response. Define your niche. So, choose a topic that aligns with your interest. I am very interested in AI. AI is going to change the world. I'm absolutely interested in it. And my focus on the next thing is research your target audience. So I haven't really researched my target audience. I'm approaching it from a level 0 understanding that I'm guessing that there's lots of people in the world that don't know much about AI, and I want to be accessible to them. So I'm trying to create really basic content, basic tools, basic experiences, and then I'm going to build on those over time. Plan your content strategy. So I did actually just start creating a Microsoft list with a calendar, and I'm capturing all my current videos and the content about them, and different metadata about them to try and understand them, and and to get up. Now that I've got like over 20 videos, I've created some stuff pretty fast, but it's like fast food. It's it's okay. It's an experience. That maybe some people might value. Get some value out of. It's a little slow. It's a little chit chatty. With me. But anyway, so create high quality videos. Well, I really don't know what that means. I've got okay equipment. Maybe if this thing gets a little bit more engaging, I'll upgrade some stuff. Yeah. So there's there's lots of noise around me. It'd be great if I could have a dedicated space where you can't hear all the craziness going on around me. But that's that just depends on if this begins to have any traction. So engage with the audience. So I have had people put comments in, and I do reply to every person, which is I was just shocked like who these people were, and it's super cool. And some people gave some really excellent feedback, and just shared their ideas, which I really love. So I do want to build a sense of community. I do want to connect with the audience, and but of course I have to build good content that is engaging. So optimize your videos for search. So conduct keyword research to understand the terms, and so I'm trying to use the engaging AI related content in my titles, descriptions, and my hashtags, and also thumbnails. All my thumbnails were just default thumbnails that came from the video capture. And some of the most highly selected ones were ones that had cool thumbnails. So duh, once again, so I did actually go out and start grabbing some thumbnails, just some basic thumbnails to give it a visual image. Now they're not super sleek with text on them and stuff, but they're better than just a web page background that you're looking at. Like not at all. So I'm leaning in the right direction. So the analytics, promoting the channel. So I mean, I've kind of withdrawn from social media, back when, a lot of that got really toxic. I was on it heavily in college and really enjoyed it, and it was a good experience when I, first got out. But it became very toxic, so I kind of pulled away from it. So I'm not, super active in social media. I do consume some stuff, but I'm not doing a lot of posting and stuff like that like I used to. Because I was doing stuff on LinkedIn and Instagram and Twitter, early on. I did even Google Plus back in the day. So and of course Facebook was huge, when I was in college, and that was popular to use. And it was engaging and fun and connecting and all that. So that was great. But I need to figure out how to promote the channel. I think for me, it's going to just have to be working with people. And if they promote it, that's great. Because I really do want this to be about people learning specific things to help them learn AI, get comfortable with AI, and and go on that journey. So we'll see how it goes. Learn from the analytics. So, and I do have to say, as the analytics started coming in, and you're looking at the views, and you're looking at the retention, and you're looking at it's very enlightening. There's so much great content in the analytics. It's fantastic, and I can't wait till I get till I'm in it for longer and have more content, and see how those analytics evolve. So the other recommendation is stay consistent and persistent. So I am very committed to this. I am definitely committed to improving my skills. I am definitely interested in adapting. When I look at content out there about AI, a lot of stuff that people are getting into is a lot of negative stuff, which is really like, I don't want to go down the negative trend. I am going to talk about the emotions and stuff like that, but I do not want to be a promoter of fear and stuff around this, because I feel like that is the wrong way to go. It doesn't do anyone a justice, to be honest. But so learn from others. I mean, I've been a consumer of YouTube for so long, and I love YouTube, and I mean, literally, like, it is my primary source for so much information. And now I'm looking at the YouTube videos with a different eye to understand, how they are presenting, how they're interacting, how they, what is going on in the content. I'm not just like passively consuming, but I'm now looking at it from the perspective of what can I learn from this. So I think that is an excellent advice. So basically, my next steps is I did create an intro, and I created it yesterday, and I really like it. It's 10 seconds. I do hate those super long intros that people have, but it's 10 seconds, and I used AI every step of the way. I had a logo I created with Midjourney of the rocket ship. I used Music LM from Google to create the music, which is awesome. And it was one of the first songs that I created in Music LM, and I'm using that as the music. And then I'm using Microsoft Designer to pull all that together for the intro. And I thought it did a really good job. So, all that cost $0, which is great. So I'm going through and I'm using AI to update my titles, update my descriptions. I'm going to go through and make sure the hashtags are all under alignment. I'm creating thumbnails. Now these are sort of like I'm going from my automated thumbnails from the video, which so weak, dude, to creating some thumbnails, but I need to get better at that, and that's something I'm working on. And then organize playlists. Now this is an area I've been playing around with, because I want to have, playlists that make sense. Like when I look at YouTube channels and I see the way they've got their playlists, I mean, people do it lots of different ways, but I pulled descriptions down because there's too many words on the screen. Descriptions of the playlist is just keep simple, organized playlists. I want to recognize the companies that build these awesome tools and organize around the company, but I also want to organize around my target audience, which is beginner AI kind of users. So I do have a channel around that, and then just sort of a welcome channel. So this month in June, I want to do an AI video every day. So the goal is to like discover everyday AI. So how can I use AI in just my everyday life to do something. And so that's what that Discover Everyday AI is about. So anyway, that's my journey. That's how it's going. I'm learning a ton. YouTube Studio is fantastic. I'm not just saying it because I'm on it, but it really is pretty good. Very easy to learn, and I'm just getting started. So thank you for watching and joining. And if you have any thoughts and feedback, feel free to share it. I know this stuff is very basic and very level zero. I'm working to evolve it, and I'll likely keep the old stuff up there, just as a reminder of, hey, this started with a really crappy mobile video capture, and see where it goes. Anyway, have a great day. Thank you for watching.